5 Truths About Nursing by Krishna's Mercy. Hari Suresho Narloka Pujito Hitaya Lokasya Characharasya Kritva Virupam Chapuratma Maya Hiranyakam Duhakkaram Nakaish Chinat. Quote, Shri Hari, who is the Lord of the demigods, who is worshipped by the people of the world, for benefiting the moving and non-moving beings of the world, took that dreadful form through his own energy and tore apart Hiranyakashipu, who caused suffering to so many with his nails. Narasimha Purana 44:43. He wishes well to all living beings, whether they are moving or not, whether they are in the plant form or as the cow happily grazing upon the lush field full of green grass, whether they are at the very top or are struggling under the subjugation of the wicked and cruel, whether they offer prayers or not. One time he appeared almost out of nowhere. But who exactly is nursing? 1. He is a man. This is the Nara part of his name. Nursing is a man. He is like Purush, or an enjoyer. He has intelligence, which can be applied. He can make choices in terms of action. He can move in this direction and that. He can configure the use of any objects of assistance, like hands. He can utilize his nails, for example, to accomplish a task. 2. He is a lion. This is the Simha part of his name. Nursing is a lion. He is simultaneously both. You cannot necessarily call him a man. You cannot necessarily call him a beast either. Another Sanskrit word for lion is Mrigendra. The literal translation of this word is the best of the beasts. Indra refers to a king or the best. Mriga is a beast. The lion is the king of the jungle. They are the topmost version of the animal species. Nursing can stalk his prey with dexterity. The appearance of the victim's potential escape is an illusion. Nursing will win in the end. He can snatch up the fleeing enemy. If Nursing so desires, he can tear apart his victims, staring straight into their insides, then wearing their intestines as a garland. 3. He is a protector. Nursing is known as a protector. This was the invisible force that appeared to turn the young Prahlad into a Houdini-like character. Except the 5-year-old boy was not in it for show. He was not trying to display some expert wizardry. He was not after topping himself to show an even more miraculous escape in the upcoming weeks, like a must-watch primetime television serial. Rather, Prahlad was the victim of merciless persecution. The source was the most unexpected place, the father. Prahlad was the natural-born son to Hiranyakashipu, and there was affection in the beginning. But the boy was later viewed as a wise guy, by always bringing up the Supreme Lord when the discussion was not necessarily about religion. For example, if the topic at hand was the day at school, in what was learned, Prahlad would introduce concepts foreign to the father. Prahlad would say that devotional service was the most important instruction, that bhagavad-dharma is the highest objective for the human being. That human has intelligence. They can choose. The wisest choice is to worship Shri Hari, which is a name for God. That worship can take place through 9 different channels. Not everyone is forced to follow a certain way. Imagine a formal workshop taking place in a building. There are different rooms. Each has a different purpose. In whichever path a person follows, they can achieve success, provided their heart is in it. Shri Prahlad Uvach Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Pad Sevanam Archanam Vandanam Dasyam Sakhyamatmanivedanam. Quote, hearing and chanting about the transcendental holy name, form, qualities, paraphernalia, and pastimes of Lord Vishnu, remembering them, serving the lotus feet of the Lord, offering the Lord respectful worship with 16 types of paraphernalia, offering prayers to the Lord, becoming His servant, considering the Lord one's best friend, and surrendering everything unto Him, in other words, serving Him with the body, mind, and words. These 9 processes are accepted as pure devotional service. Prahlad Maharaj, Srimad Bhagavatam 7:5-23. Hiranyakashipu could not believe what he was hearing. He tried to invoke fear from peer pressure. The other students would mock Prahlad, you see. Prahlad was a Daitya. This is a specific race of demons. The demons do not pray to the gods. They particularly do not recognize the one who is always supporting the gods, the one who is the Deva of the Devas. Anyepi tvam hanishyanti vadishyanti janastvidam asuroyam suranstoti marjar eva mushakan dveshyan shikhiv parnino durnimittamidam dhruvam labdhvapi mahadaishwaryam laghavam yantyabuddhaya. Quote, others will also ridicule and scorn, saying, this child is an asura, but prays to the gods. It is like a cat offering prayers to a mouse or a peacock to a snake. This is indeed a bad omen, behavior resembling an enemy, as even after obtaining great wealth and power, an unintelligent person can fall down. Hiranyakashipu, speaking to Prahlad, Narasimha Purana, 4159-60. Despite receiving an informal cease and desist order, Prahlad refused to change. Hiranyakashipu then felt compelled to apply lethal punishment. The problem was that Prahlad could not be killed. In none of the ways imagined by the father did Prahlad even get harmed. It was like some higher power was protecting, but who? That invisible man was nursing the entire time. 4. He is a killer. The combination of man and lion is also a killer. This is one of the famous depictions found on countless altars across the world, spanning thousands of years. The amazing man-beast is ripping into the insides of a leader. Blood and guts everywhere. It is a terrifying scene. Prior to the interaction, Hiranyakashipu supposedly had all angles covered. He was immune from so many different situations. This was after he pleased Lord Brahma, who is the creator. How ironic! The devas that the Daitya leader hated so much were involved in empowering that same leader, and that same empowerment was lifeless against the life of everyone. 5. He Vishnu. The protection failed because nursing is Vishnu. Vishnu was the source of strength in Prahlad the entire time. He was also the source of strength in Hiranyakashipu. This is the meaning of all-pervading. God is inside of everyone and everything. Not a blade of grass moves without His sanction. From the episode with Hiranyakashipu, we see that the superior realization is of Vishnu, who is also known as Bhagwan. The person who identified the source of strength as a distinct individual was thereby protected by that individual, while the inimical finally met their match, in a manner matching the cruelty they had previously inflicted on the innocent. In closing, for harming innocent son of grace, Hiranya the man-lion to face, like snake gird to catch, finally meeting their match. The father wicked and cruel, never Vishnu could fool. All-pervading who, source of strength too.